Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Apriany Kalasuat, and in this video, I will present about journal I chose for my final test research methodology. So, the title of the journal is Teacher-Student Interaction in English Classroom Setting, written by Dr. Linda Kurniatila, Ididin Nurudin Hidayat, Nida Husna, and Alec from Polytechnic Negeri Bali in 2022. So now we move to the background. So as we all know that classroom interaction is one of the most crucial aspects of the process of teaching and learning in the classroom. Classroom engagement is critical to the success of both the teaching and learning process. Classroom interaction is critical in education as a tool for improving learning. According to research, as cited in Lestari 2021, interaction is significant because students can increase their language store as they listen to others, including both teachers' talk and the output of their fellow students in discussions or problem-solving tasks. They can use everything they have learned in real life exchange to express their views and use the language for communications. This study aims to find the types of teacher talk and learner talk that occur in the classroom. This research is designed, the design of this research was a descriptive qualitative method. So they use the qualitative method for this research. Okay, next is problem formulations. There are two problem formulation in here. First is how difficult it is for English teachers to create learning materials for their students, including producing and planning appropriate EFL learning materials that reflect changing context and aim. The second is the researcher has discovered that classroom interaction is very poor. The teacher presents several hypotheses to the students without fully explaining them. Okay, now we move to the research purpose. There are two research purpose in here. First is discover the different types of teacher interaction that occur in the classroom. And the second is discover the different types of student interactions that occur in the classroom. So now we move to the theoretical foundations. We have 4 theory from experts in here that support this journal. First is according to research as cited in Lestari 2021, interaction is significant because students can increase their language store as they listen to others, including both teacher talk and the output of their fellow students in discussions or problem-solving tasks. The second is class interaction is seen as a means of obtaining an impartial evaluation of teacher-student interactions in the classroom and an examination of successful teaching. From Sui in 2008. Third is Aurora 2017. Teachers must have performed particular roles to support students in their classroom tasks. The significance of teachers' participation in the teaching learning process has also been discovered. It's by Astuti in 2016. Next is research method. Fourth is research design. So as I mentioned before that this study used a descriptive research design with a qualitative approach. Next is the participant. So the participant for this research is English teacher and the students at SMP 176 Jakarta. Last but not least is data collections. So for this research, they collect data from observation in the classroom and also conducting the interview via personal notes. And then the last is data analysis. There are two in here, is describing and also classifying. And now we move to the result of this research. There are two results in here. First is the type of teacher talk utilized by the instructor, such as lecturing, giving guidance, and criticizing, was discovered after analyzing the observation and interview. So that, as I mentioned before that this research is found that the classroom interaction is really poor. It's because of this that teacher use a lecturing method to the student, like just criticizing, just giving hypothesis material without giving any explain. And second is the classroom observation show that learners talk, respond with no one response. The purpose was to respond to the question about the lesson they had already learned, or when the teacher tried to review the previous lesson. The way learner responds to the teacher's verbal interactions was also short, like just yes or not. So the research that I mentioned before is from the observation in classroom and also via interview with the teacher. So the researchers are found that when they are done with the observation and interview. And now we move to the last part, that is conclusion. So according to the findings and discussions of the study, it can be stated that classroom interaction that occur during the process of teaching and learning are typically well run. The teacher used a variety of communications methods. The instructor also used teacher talk like lecturing, providing directions, and criticizing. The student used learner talk like learner talk response, learner initiate response, and occasionally quiet. The interaction between teachers and students typically went well, implying that both the instructor and the students collaborated to create an engaging environment in the classroom. The study also discovers certain findings that pertain to one, or first, the forms of teacher speak that occur in classroom interactions. Second, the type of learners. Teachers' talk occurs in the classroom in giving special lectures, factor opinions about content procedures, and to give their explanations. Learners' talk that occur in class is the initiation of special students, lecturers, expressing their own ideas in class, contact between teachers and students. So that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you everyone.